Omar, see the main deck descending. Memorial flash.
Like I ran out of forms. Let's go to the 5 now. This is East India, 66 citizen for Amarillo, Texas. This means the station to go 5 in your call sign, sir.
Kilo 5, Echo, Uniform Zulu.
Kilo 5, Echo, Uniform Zulu, is that correct?
QSL, yes, K5EUZ, you're 5'9 plus 10 dB in San Diego, California, and thank you very much for what you're doing. 73s and over to you.
Well, we're 5'9 plus 10 as well here in Amarillo, Texas. And it's funny because you are very much on the back of my beam right now. That's good exciting. Thank you for the contact, Valerie. Thank you for the...
It's great. I'm glad to hear that report, and it's good to talk to Texas for this native Texan. 73s.
73. This is India. Kilo India 5. I guess not. Station India 5 in your call sign since for now.
Victor Echo 6, Romeo, November, Delta.
Kilo November 6, Mike Lima Tango.
Yeah, that's right. The handle here is Ray. We are in Moreno Valley, California.
Moreno Valley, California. The operator Delta Alpha November, Lima, 5'9".
Yeah, thank you very much. You're also 5 and 9. Beautiful signal. 7-3s.
November 3, Lima Yankee, and 301.
Whiskey Bravo 6, November, Juliet Alpha. Whiskey Bravo 6, November, Juliet Alpha. Jim, I'm in San Diego, California, and you are 40 over 9 in California.
40 over 9, that's the biggest signal report I've got. No, hopefully it's even better now that the beam's all the way pointing up. You are regular 5 and 9 in Amarillo, Texas.
Yeah, very good. Yeah. When you swung the beam, it really came up just about 40, 45 over on peaks. But, yeah, you came up about 20 dB there. Oh, 73, and you have a good contest, Daniel. Name is Jim here.
Yeah, Jim, thank you so much for the contact today, and hopefully you'll find the rest of the week is good safe.
Yeah, you're my fifth already.
That's good to hear. This is Whiskey 6 India, listening to station to base 6, and your call sign, please come now.
Kilo November 6, Mike Lima Tango.
Kilo November 6, Mike Lima Tango, is that correct?
That is correct. I have you 5-9 in Sacramento, California.
All right, thank you for the 5 and 9 in Sacramento, California. You are also 5 and 9 in Amarillo, Texas.
Have fun. Enjoy the contact.
Yeah, thank you, and 7-3. So you guys will please stand by. I've got a logging issue I need to fix real quick. Please stand by. Whiskey 6 India is back and listening to stations with a 6 in your call sign. Please come now. Kilo Echo 6, uniform Papa, was that in India?
Yeah, QSL, Temecula, California.
All right, and one more time to make sure I have that correct. Kilo Echo 6, uniform Papa, India, QSL?
QSL.
All right, you are a 5 and 9, 59 in Amarillo, Texas.
All right, perfect, guys. Wanted to get on YouTube. You're also 5-9, Southern California.
All right, thank you for the 5 and 9 in Southern California. Thank you so much for the contact tonight. 7-3.
Whiskey Alpha 6, Quebec Yankee Sierra.
Whiskey 7, Delta Charlie Echo.
Whiskey Alpha 6, Quebec Yankee Sierra.
This is Whiskey 6 India, listening to station to the 6 in your call sign. I'm dealing with the West Coast. Please come now.
Whiskey Alpha 6, Quebec Yankee Sierra. Whiskey Alpha 6, Quebec Yankee Sierra.
All right, let's see here. It did not have my locker in there correctly. Kilowatt, section, one more time.
Kilowatt Oscar 6, Yankee Golf.
Kilowatt Oscar 6, Golf. You are 5 and 9 in Amarillo, Texas.
Roger, you're 5 and 8, San Jose, California.
All right, I like your name. Thank you for the 5 and 8 in San Jose, and thank you for the contact today.
Sure, Daniel. Yeah, like my name too. Have fun.
Yeah, 7-3. Good luck out there. This is Whiskey 6 India, listening for station to base 6 in your call sign. Please come now.
Whiskey Alpha 6, Quebec Yankee Sierra. Whiskey Alpha 6, Quebec Yankee Sierra.
Or Whiskey Alpha 6, Quebec Yankee blank.
Quebec Yankee Sugar, Quebec Yankee Sierra.
Whiskey Alpha 6, Quebec Yankee Sugar. You are 5 and 9 in Amarillo, Texas.
5-9, California.
All right, thank you for California. Thank you for the contact. 7-3. This is Whiskey 6 India, listening for stations of the 6 in the call sign. Please come now.
Kilo November 6, Zulu Hotel Juliet.
Kilo November 6, Zulu Hotel Juliet, QSL.
Roger, QSL, you are 5 and 8 in Sonoma County, California, over.
All right, thank you for the 5 and 8. You are 5 and 9 in Amarillo, Texas.
Roger, thank you for the 5 and 9, 73.
7-3. This is Whiskey 6 India, listening for stations of the 6 in your call sign. Please come now. Last call for stations of the 6 in your call sign. Please come now.
Kilo Echo 6, Golf Lima Romeo.
Kilo Echo 6, Golf Lima Romeo. You are strong 5-9 in Amarillo, Texas.
Real good. Have a great evening and talk to you soon. You're 5-9 here in San Jose.
Awesome. Thank you for San Jose and thank you for the contact. 7-3.
73.
This is your T6 India, Route 66 station, Amarillo, Texas. Listening for 62. Did you have a 6 in your call sign? Please send out. All right, last call for 6s, last call for 6s. Hearing none, let's go to the 7s. This is your T6 India, listening for a 7 in your call sign. Please come now.
Whiskey Victor 7, Mike Sierra.
You say she's at 1 to 7. Everybody's at 7 in your call sign. Please come now.
Whiskey Victor 7, Mike Sierra.
Kilo 7, Charlie Juliet. Victor, how much power are you running? USO 100 watts. It's down powerful enough. That must be around the dam. You're 5 to 9 in Amarillo, Texas. USO 5 and 9 in Montana. Thank you so much for the contact. Have a good week. This is your T6 India, listening to station 7 in your call sign. Please come now.
Kilo Mike 4, Echo Bravo Tango.
Mexico Sugar, West Virginia 7, Mexico Sugar.
K7DB mobile.
Kilo 7, Delta, this is mobile.
Kilo 7, Delta Bravo.
And we're a mobile signal in Oregon.
Kilo 7, Delta, something. One more time.
Kilo 7, Delta Bravo. Kilo 7, Delta Bravo, Mobile. Over.
USO, Kilo 7, Delta Bravo, Mobile. You are a 5 and 9 in Amarillo, Texas.
That's wonderful. You are 5 and 9 in Houston, running QRP Mobile. My name is David, over.
Yes, I get it. Telescopic pole. Is it like, does it have locks on it?
Radio portable.
Is this frequency clear? Is this frequency occupied? KF0 IDT. Probably didn't need to tune that. Is this frequency clear? KF0 IDT. CQ20, CQ20, CQ20 meter. Hello, CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ20, CQ20, CQ20 meter. Here is Kilo Fox 0, India Delta Tango. Kilo Foxtrot 0, India Delta Tango. Kilo Fox 0, Italy Delta Tango, calling CQ20 meter.
Kilo Bravo 8, Tango, Papa Tango.
Kilo Bravo 8, Tango Papa Tango. Good evening from Colorado. Good signal this evening. The name here is Dustin.
Okay, did you say Dustin?
That is Roger with a Delta, and it looks like the logbook just generated, so looks like we worked back in January on 10 meters, so good to hear you on 20 this evening.
Hi, QSL, Dustin. Yeah, 10 meters was pretty good there back in those days. It went dead there for a while. I don't know. I think it might be coming back. Name is Martin. You probably got that on your computer already, but I keep a paper log, so I don't know anything without digging through a bunch of paper, but I got 9 log books. Over.
Hey, copy that. Well, Yeah, I kind of started. I started doing the paper thing when I first became a ham, and then quickly realized that I couldn't read my own handwriting. So the computer was the best option, and yeah, I'm loving it. I found a free logging software called Swiss Log for Windows, and I absolutely love it. It does everything the paid one does that hasn't been updated yet for a while. But yeah, I absolutely love this little logbook there, Martin. But yeah, good signal this evening. Good signal coming out of Ohio. 5 and 7, 5 and 8 there, Martin. Over.
Hey, roger that. Well, you was 5.7 that time around, but when you first started calling CQ, you was up there around 5.9. So yeah, we got a little bit of QSB going on, but your signal sounded really good there. Yeah, I keep a paper log just for fun, but basically I've been keeping logs since 1994. So they're interesting. I don't know what good they are, but they're fun doing. Over.
Hey, copy that. Well, I've only been a ham since 2022, so a little over a year and a half now, March of 2022. But yeah, like I say, I quickly realized I couldn't read my writing, so I needed a better way of keeping track of who was who, and yeah, I really like it. But yeah, I tell you, we're live streaming on YouTube right now. If you got YouTube or access to the computer, you can just type my call sign into YouTube, and you can see what your signal is like coming back into Colorado this evening, Martin.
Hey, roger that, Dustin. Yeah, I don't have any of that stuff up here in the radio room. All I got up here is just the radio and some boat anchors and some QSL cards hanging on the wall there. So just a little place to go escape there. Over.
Hey, QSL on that. Well, I completely understand that for sure, but hold on just a minute. I got an allergy attack going here, and yeah, it almost caught me there, so I had to take a quick sip. But yeah, that great to hear from you there, Martin. And like I say, nothing much going here since the last time we talked in January. Just been staying busy. A lot of rain this summer here in Colorado, or at least here at the QTH. We've had quite a bit of moisture this year, and we're reaping the benefits of it now, cutting our pastures and baling, and it's absolutely wonderful. It's actually amazing compared to the last 7 years, actually. So doing good out here on this end. We're starting to see some cooler nights. Last night or this morning, we woke up to about 45 degrees. So fall time is just around the corner. And it looks like by Sunday we're going to have some rain. It's going to snow up in the high country, and it doesn't look like we're going to get out of the 50s on Sunday. So fall time is surely right here around the corner there, Martin.
Okay, Dustin. Were you up in the mountains or something there? That's pretty cool weather, 45 degrees. Are you up high elevation?
We're actually 75 miles east of Fort Collins, out here on the pasture, or the Great Plains, or the Northern Plains, or the High Plains, or the Great Desert, or the High Desert. I don't know. I hear so many descriptions of where we live, but we live on the eastern plains of Colorado, up north, just east of Fort Collins. But we are pretty high up here. We're at 4,617 feet. 4,617 is the elevation to the bottom of the tower there. Over.
Hey, QSL. Well, I'll tell you what, we didn't get much rain this year here in Ohio, at least not this part, southeast Ohio. It's been pretty dry most of the summer, and on the upside to that, I only had to mow my grass about 6 times. Usually mow it like once a week or something like that, but this year it's been pretty dry there where I'm living there. Over.
Hey, copy that. Well, I've talked to so many people about how dry it is, and I tell you, I feel for you guys because we've been battling that drought for, like I say, the last 7 years, if not 10. Last year, all of last year, we had 1.5 inches of moisture, and then the last week of December, and then all through the rest of the winter months of this year, January, February, and March, we got 55 inches of snow total. Not all at once, but an accumulated total of 55 inches. And so far to date this summer, we're setting just over 68 inches of moisture of rain. So to put it into perspective, we are definitely outdoing the last 7 years altogether with just this summer. It's been absolutely amazing. I tell you, like I say, we've been fortunate. Definitely been fortunate there. Kilo Bravo 8 Tango Papa Tango from Kilo Fox 0 India Delta Tango.
Hey, roger that, Dustin. Okay, so you got your license just a couple years ago. Are you a youngster there or a latecomer into the hobby? I'm retired. I'm 72, and I got my license in '94. So are you kind of like new to the hobby from being a youngster there, or what's the deal there? Over.
Oh well, I tell you. It was one of those things. I guess I'm a youngster compared to you, but I'm not a youngster compared to some of them. It's just one of those things. And growing up, Boy Scouts, and my grandpa was an electrician, and it was just always a thing. And I was always listening to the shortwave when I was growing up. And then, high school started, fast cars, faster women. That all started taking priority, and then life just took over. And we kind of was one of those things that it just hit me one day. I actually picked up an SDR dongle off of Amazon and plugged it into the computer and just started scanning around through the bands just like the old shortwave days. And I went, you know what? I should just study for my ham and just do it. And that's what we did. We ended up studying for the ham, and we ended up getting the ticket back of March of 2022. We got the tech license March 5th of 2022. And then March 27th, I got the generals. So we're working on the extras. I'm going to definitely try to get the extras before the end of this year, just because the question pools start to change. So I've been studying this cycle's of questions. So I need to probably get that taken before the end of the year. So, but yeah, no, 45 years young here, and like I say, it's always been a fascination with me, and I don't know why it took so long to get the ham license, but it did, and now that we have it, we've been having a lot of fun with it there, Martin. Over.
Hey, roger that. KB8 TPT here. Back in the 60s. I grew up, I was probably not even a teenager yet, but I had 4 brothers and 4 sisters. We lived in a small house, and we didn't have much in the way of radios and TVs and stuff like that. And I ended up looking through a Boy Scout book, and it showed how to make a little radio receiver, and I got into the hobby that way, out of curiosity. And then once I got the little radio going, and then I started building Heath kits. That was pretty hot back through then, and built some shortwave radios and a Citizens band transceiver and stuff like that. So it was a lot of fun back then. Over.
Oh yeah, see that's what I wanna start doing. We've been actually experimenting with the antennas. We've been kind of having fun with the antennas, actually. That's what we're talking on right now, is an experimental homemade vertical antenna. It is ground mounted. And but yeah, we've been having a lot of fun with experimenting with antennas, and I really think I'm going to start experimenting with the QRP rigs. start building the tiny transceivers and doing some QRP work, and then kind of go from there. But yeah, I think that's what all the hobby is supposed to be about there, Martin, is just having fun, experimenting, and seeing where your signal is going. I think that's the most fascinating thing is you never know when you key this mic up. You never know where and who is going to hear you. It's actually become a small world, tell you the truth. I've met so many people that live near me or have known people that live near me. I talked to a station out of Germany one night. He actually, back in 1993, he spent 3 months in the town that I was born and raised, and he was actually training a soccer team there. And he knew people that I grew up with. Man, it was fun. That was a fun QSO, and he was in Germany. That's what makes ham radio such a small world when you start talking to people there, Martin. KF0 IDT for that ID purposes. Uh-oh, did I lose you, Martin?
This is Victor Echo 6, Hotel Uniform Delta.
Okay, hold on, Delta, the Delta station, just real quick. Kilo Bravo 8, Tango, Papa Tango Martin, if you do still copy, I think conditions fell out completely there on us. 73s if you copy, and thanks for the QSO.
This is Victor Echo 6, Hotel Uniform Delta.
Victor Echo 6, Hotel Uniform Delta, good evening. From northern Colorado, the name here is Dustin.
On the air, who's fairly new in this. I just got my license in June of this year.
Hey, copy that there, Doug. Looks like we've worked before here on 20 meters just the other day.
I think we did.
Yeah. Looks like the 2nd of September. So, hey, good to get your second contact here in the logbook. Just a matter of a few days here. So, how's things going, Doug?
Going well. Kind of jealous hearing about all the water you guys got this summer.
Oh, I tell you what, I think a lot of people are jealous to hear it. But, we were so overdue. Last year I actually read a thesis paper from a meteorologist student that had he was doing his degree, and he was emphasizing in drought, and he wrote a paperwork. He took, I think it was 14 samples from Nebraska, Colorado, and Wyoming. And in his paper, he did it. He said it right there. There is no submoisture in these spots. And in order to bring back the submoisture, we would have to have almost 44 inches of rain. And everybody was like, when are we ever going to see 44 inches of rain? Well, guess what? This summer we saw 68. So I think we're officially out of the drought, Doug.
I think you're back in the green.
I think so. I really do. So, it's been amazing. Our creek still has water in it. It never has water in it. Matter of fact, we moved here in 2008, and I'd only seen that creek have water in it about four times, maybe 3 or 4 times. This year I've seen it run 6 times. So it's been amazing there, but we're starting to get some cooler temperatures here. We're starting to feel like it's going to become fall here any time. We woke up this morning with 45 degrees, so it's definitely around the corner there.
Yeah, same here. We woke up this morning, I think it was about 42 degrees outside, and we got up to a grand total of, I think, 68 today.
Yeah, that's. I think it's on its way. I really do. I know we've got a cold front coming up from you guys. We've got it coming in this weekend. It looks like it's coming in about Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, and then Sunday, I think, is we weren't supposed to be out of the 50s on Sunday, and it's supposed to be raining. And the high country, the Rockies, are supposed to see some snow for the first time this year. So Looking forward to it. Definitely not looking for the frozen precip, but definitely looking forward to some cooler temperatures after the last month or so. Now that we've had some triple digits there.
Yeah, well, just remember, snow is a 4-letter word.
It is, and it is a very nasty 4-letter word. We didn't. Last year, we didn't have any budget for diesel for anything in the winter time, and man, that really caught us by surprise because we had to keep the snowplow full of diesel almost 24/7 just because the driveway and the feeding pasture was getting snowed in. So the snowplow had to have diesel in at all times, and like I say, we weren't prepared for that budget.
Yeah, I can understand that, but we're a lot further north, so in a normal year we get maybe 4 feet of snow.
Yeah. See, in a normal year here, you know, a good 1.5 feet, maybe 2 foot max total accumulation out here on the flatland. That's an exceptional year. And then you know, the last week of December and then all of January, February, and March we had 55 inches of snow. So we knew the moisture was back. We were just I don't think anybody was ready for the amount of rain that came after it. And you know, the farmers struggled, and they still are struggling. But you don't hear none of them complaining. There's not one farmer complaining, but yet they're struggling getting into the fields because they're so wet, and the crops are getting it's a big mess. But you know what? For the next couple of years at least, we have some good moisture in the submoisture, and crops should be pretty darn good for the next couple of years because of it there.
Yeah, I think we were talking last time about the soil here being so dry that the grain wouldn't even germinate.
Yep. I think I recall that now. Yeah, it would come up and just die out. You know, it's kind of how it was here last year. And the millet and the milo last year were the only things that really grew because they put it in the ground, and then I think you had that same situation. Had just a sprinkling, it was like a 1/2 inch maybe of rain that came through, and that was just enough to get everything going, and we had a good millet and milo crop last year. But there was nothing to come about anything else, that's for sure.
What's milo?
It's similar to millet. It's similar to millet, but it's a grain, just like it's round, just like a millet is.
I've never heard of it before.
Oh yeah, it's a big crop out here. Millet, milo, and sorghum.
Okay, we don't see much sorghum here. We get a lot of guys are moving into pulses.
Okay, yeah.
Other than that, everybody sticks with canola and wheat.
Yeah, the old canola and the hard red winter wheat probably up there.
I don't think it would be winter wheat. Winter wheat is what you plant in the fall, correct?
Yep. Winter wheat, they're actually planting right now.
Yeah, no, I don't think we have much of that up here. I don't think the seeds would survive -40.
Oh, yep. Yeah, you guys probably have spring wheat then. They go in and plant in the spring and then harvest in the late summer?
Absolutely. They're kind of keeping their fingers crossed now for clear skies and dry.
Hey, we copy that. Yeah, see, right now we're cutting millet. Everybody's got their millet laid down because the way you cut millet is you go in and you cut it and it windrows it, and then you come in with a pickup header and you pick it up with that. And then so you got the millet harvest and you got winter wheat planting, and then you got everybody trying to cut grass. Yeah, everybody's cutting grass right now because everybody's paranoid that the prices of hay are going to stay at that $300, $400 a ton mark. And so everybody is cutting hay right now just to get it stockpiled. So that's what's happening out here. Cutting silage. We do corn silage. Silage started up here this week. And then corn harvest obviously will be corn harvest and sorghum will be later on in October there. KF0IDT for that ID.
Yeah, up here it's not, certainly on the prairies, it's not field corn. It just doesn't grow here. They grow a lot of it in BC. Here they grow a lot of barley to feed in the feedlot.
Okay, yeah, we have a lot of barley. It doesn't get fed to anything. It gets brewed. But we have a lot of barley as well. It just, like I said, doesn't get fed. It all goes to the brewery. But we have a lot of oats. A lot of oats get grown out here too, and they just hay it. They like to. Everybody likes to hay it and bale it up out here for their oats. Yeah, that's crazy. Do you guys grow any beans? Any like soybeans or anything? I think you guys might be too far north.
Yeah, I think we are. It just doesn't grow here. I think there's maybe that's grown in southern Ontario and maybe close to the border, but not up where we are.
Yeah. See, because we don't grow any soybeans here. However, if you go another 65, 70 miles to the east of us, then you start getting into the soybeans, and that's just because of the elevation. You almost drop 2,000 feet by the time you get out there. You only go 80 miles, and you're about 2,000 feet below us. So that's where we see a lot of the soybeans and the sunflowers. We get a lot of sunflowers out here too. Man, there for a while, they had a pretty good contract, I think, on sunflowers, because it seemed like every field was sunflowers. And then sugar beets. We have a lot of sugar beets. Oh, man, there's a lot of sugar beets out here.
Yeah, we got a lot of sugar beets in southern Alberta around Taber, Lethbridge, and a lot of sunflowers are grown around Camrose, which is central Alberta.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense, because there's some big sugar beet growers up there in the northern Montana, northern North Dakota area that I know that they have some pretty good sugar beet farms. So that would make sense there in that southern Alberta area. I mean, that's pretty basically the same region up there. So yeah, that would make sense. You guys got sugar beets up there as well. But yeah, it's a big crop down here, especially on the irrigated stuff. They have it. Most of the dry land is just going to be your winter wheat and millet and your milo, or some kind of hay millet or some kind of hay grass. That's basically what's out here for the dry land. But you get out there on the irrigated stuff, and man, you're pretty much endless of what you can grow. It's the time span. Just like you guys up there, we have to compete with that cold weather, and so yeah, it's our time span. Our growing seasons are cut because of that cold season. So, but anyways, Doug, that signal started to fade out a little bit there, and I don't want it to completely drop off like it did with the Tango Papa Tango Martin there earlier. So I am going to say 73s to you, and thanks for stopping in and saying hello. And good signal, 5.8 to 5.7, and now it's starting to drop 5.3, 5.1. So anyhow, Doug, thanks again, and hope to catch you again, maybe on a different band, but nonetheless, good to get you back in the logbook there. Victor Echo 6, Hotel Uniform Delta, from Kilo Fox 0, India Delta Tango. I'm going to let you put the bow on it there, Doug, and I'm going to say 73s for now.
73, Victor Echo 6, Hotel Uniform Delta.
All righty, take care, Doug. All the best to you. QRZ, Kilo Fox 0, India Delta Tango.
Kilo 7, Delta Bravo Mobile.
Okay, was it a Kilo 7 Delta Bravo Mobile?
Yes, indeed.
All right, yeah. The Kilo 7 Delta Bravo, you were 5'7", and then the QSB took you in the mobile. So that's why I was just making sure I heard that right. K7DB in the mobile. Good evening to you from northern Colorado. The name is Dustin.
Hi, Dustin. This is David, Kilo 7 Delta Bravo, and I'm in the Wenatchee area. I'm about, I think it's probably about 5 and 9, over.
Hey, copy that. Well, I've got you, like I say, anywhere from 5 and 7 to 5 and 3, and then the QSB tries to take over. The QSB seems to be taking over quite well tonight. But nonetheless, David, I've got you here into Colorado. What are you running for the mobile?
This is 5 watts. It's 106.
Okay, I copied the 5 watts. What was the radio? Okay, I think I copied it, but I'm not too sure. Yeah, I've got you filtered out. I turned some filters on there just to kind of help out a little bit. But nonetheless, 5 watts, I think that's what you said. Is that correct? Roger on the 5 watts?
Roger.
Well, hey, I tell you what, David, fantastic. Fantastic on the 5 watts. Yeah, like I say, you were 5.7 to 5.3, and now you're a little bit lower than 5.3 now with the QSB really trying to take over. But we're running a FTDX10, the Yaesu FTDX10, and we are running the 100 watts from the radio into a homemade vertical antenna. Pretty basic and simple setup here, David, and that's what we've got, and I really enjoy it.
Okay, very good. It looks like somebody needs to talk to me here on the car. We're now at half an hour and 1 minute, and they're having trouble checking into the hotel. And I don't know if you can hear me anyway, but I better give my attention to this. It looks like there's some confused people here. That's been over.
Okay, yeah, you better go make sure everything's okay there at the hotel, and hey, once you get going and you guys get checked in, if you're still available, I should be here on the 263 for a little while. I am live streaming on YouTube. If you get on YouTube and search my call sign, you'll find the live stream, and you can go back and see your signal coming back into Colorado with your 5 watts there at a let's see, what time is it here? 0311. You can come back. So, hey, David, take care, 73s, and enjoy the family there.
Okay, very good. Okay, give me your call sign again one more time so I can make sure I have it there in Colorado, Dustin, over.
Hey, not a problem. The call sign here is Kilo Foxtrot 0, Italy Delta Tango, Kilo Fox 0, India, Denmark, Tokyo. Okay, I think you copied it there. You really took a dive there, David, but I think you copied the call sign. Hey, 73s, and enjoy the family tonight, David.
Yeah, thank you very much. Kilo Fox 0, India Delta Tango.
73s, all the best to you. Kilo Fox 0, India Delta Tango, QRZ. Okay, the QRP station.
Kilowatt Delta 4, Sierra Tango, November.
Kilo Delta 4, Sierra Tango, November. Kilo Delta 4, Sierra Tango, November. Good evening on your QRP station. You're about a 5 and 3, 53 here into Colorado this evening. The name here is Dustin.
Okay, nice making contact with you. I won't hold it. I'm operating 10 watts on a Yaesu FT991 with a 20-meter dipole homemade, and I just wanted to check it out on QRP. Nice making contact with you. I'll log the contact into QRZ. This is Kilo Delta 4, Sierra Tango, November. Back to Kilowatt Foxtrot 0, Italy Delta Tango.
Hey, very good there. KD4STN, yes, absolutely. 10 watts, amazing from your 991 Alpha. Amazing. Yeah, 5.5. You're peaking 5.5 that last over there. My name is Dustin. Dustin is my name, and we are located in northern Colorado, about 75 miles east of Fort Collins, Colorado. So good to hear you coming in from with the QRP station tonight.
Okay, nice making contact with you. I'm in Santa Monica, California. Over.
Hey, copy the Santa Monica, California. Well, I tell you what, doing fantastic with your QRP rig tonight. So, hey, you take care. Enjoy the weekend. 73s, and hope to put you in the log again.
73, nice making contact with you.
Absolutely. 0 India Delta Tango. Okay, was it a Kilo Delta 4 Juliet Oscar Bravo? Okay, we copy you there. Kilo Delta 4 Juliet Oscar Bravo. Good evening to you from northern Colorado. The name here is Dustin.
I'm in Trenton, North Carolina on the East Coast. But it's good to get educated on y'all's crop out there. We're picking corn now and getting ready to start on cotton.
Hey, copy that, Walter. Well, I've got you about a 5 and 3 as well. 5 and 3 from North Carolina this evening, and that is one crop. I tell you what, peanuts and cotton were the two crops that I was so fascinated when I went back east and visited my dad. My dad lives out there on the Outer Banks of North Carolina, so when we went back to visit him, those were the two crops that I was just fascinated with because you don't see them out here. It's one of those things there, Walter. Over.
Roger. I know what you mean. I know the little things right around here. But we started growing little millets and, oh my Lord, I can't think of it now. It's beginning to show up around here a little bit. But,
Copy that there, Walter. Copy that. Well, I tell you what, your signal just took a nosedive, and you got lost up in that QRP or that QSB there, the QSB. So, Walter, thanks for stopping in and saying hello, and a good evening to you back out there around North Carolina. Yeah, it looks like you're not too far from where my dad lives. My dad lives over there in Beaufort. Right there, actually called Betty, but Beaufort is the closest little city there, so it doesn't look like you're too far away from them there, Walter.
That's about 40 miles from there. I've been through there more times than one down there at Hooper's Farms. I know right exactly where you're talking about. Well, Justin, if the band is fluctuating, I'm going to let you go, my man. I appreciate it. I have thoroughly enjoyed listening to you, talking to you. You take care, and we'll try to catch you again sometime. You get out of this place in the hall. I usually stay somewhere around on 1 to 2 meter repeaters.
Okay, very good there, Walter. Very good. Well, hey, thanks for stopping in. And thanks for getting entertained and listening to us there for a while. You take care and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your evening and a good weekend there for us. Kilo Delta 4 Juliet Oscar Bravo from Kilo Fox 0 India Delta Tango. 73 is from Colorado. QRZ Kilo Fox 0 India Delta Tango.